How's it going, guys, and welcome back to a live episode of our 2016 career mode, and this time we are at Russia for the fourth round of our career mode. And last time out in China we finally got our points on the board for the team with a great performance, and we got 6 points on there, so I'm very happy to get that and beat we lost out to Science unfortunately in that race, but it's a good starting point, and we are at Russia, a track that I find really good at to drive. So we qualified, if you watched this before in our little sneak preview before the race, we qualified 8th, which is a great achievement for us, and we were 8 tenths quicker than our teammate Science, as you can see, with our rivalry being ahead of him. So we are here for the Russian Grand Prix, and for the next episode, guys, in the description below I have left a poll where you guys can vote for what tyre strategy we go for, as again I use a viewer interaction to make the series more fun and exciting and interactive for you guys to decide, which obviously is the balanced, aggressive or conservative tyre strategy. So you guys can decide what strategy I go for Spain, and Spain is a good one, so I'll keep your eyes out for that. In terms of upgrades, we're not going to upgrade anything for this round. We will be upgrading definitely for Spain, as we have Monaco coming up, and I know a lot of you know what Monaco is like on there. So without further ado, we're going to head out onto the track now for the Russian Grand Prix here live on YouTube, as I've accidentally done something wrong there. There we go. Forgot about that. So without further ado, let's go.
Good afternoon from Sochi as we prepare to get underway for the Russian Grand Prix. The championship battle has some time to go yet, but still expect no quarter to be given here on this circuit that made its debut in 2014 and has already seen some classic racing. Built on the shores of the Black Sea, the Sochi Autodrome is a 3.6-mile tour around some of the venues built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. Close barriers may make overtakes more challenging, but with 56% of the lap taken absolutely flat out, we certainly won't be wanting for pure speed. A fitting arena then to do battle at the pinnacle of motorsport. And alongside me to take you through it all is none other than Anthony Davidson. This was a circuit that I think in its inaugural race got off to a bit of a shaky start, but since then it's really drawn the fans in and become a very popular event. What do you think changed?
But this just goes to show the importance of fixing problems as and when you discover them. As a complete unknown quantity in 2014, the tyre choice was quite conservative, which didn't really allow much in terms of different strategy options. So it was pretty much as you were from lights to flag. But that was a great learning experience, and we came back the next year and had a really exciting Grand Prix, with battles for the podium going on all the way to the final lap. So hopefully we'll be treated to more of the same this year.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Massa, Rosberg, and Toro Rosso, Bottas, and Sergio Perez.
So we're here on the grid then for the Russian Grand Prix, and once again Crofty likes to call me a Toro Rosso driver, so thanks for that, Crofty, I appreciate it. So we're on the grid then for this race. It is a 27 lap race, and it is a dry race as well, with a one-stop strategy according to our engineer apparently, so that's going to be quite interesting if we can do that. But if not, we'll definitely be doing a 2-stop instead, with the set of the super soft tyre there, and another set of super softs and a set of the softs, but I may do the one-stop strategy. So we're going to keep with that strategy. It is 12 seconds faster than a 2-stop, so we're going to stick with that and see if anything happens in this race in terms of safety cars or whatnot. What could happen, you never know. So we're going to go now onto the grid, where we will do the formation lap, which is obviously a new feature for the game if you're new to the channel and never heard of I've not played an F1 game before. This is the formation lap where it happens in real life, and it's good to get the tyres up to temperature. My advice to anyone who does the formation lap, to get to around about 98% on the tyres all around if you can. It's very important that you get the tyres up to temperature, because it can affect you on the start. So even if you get a good start, the grip the temperatures of especially the rear tyres, need to be up to that optimal temperature so you get a better start off the line. So there's a bit of advice there for anyone watching this right now live on YouTube. And if you guys do not know, in these live races, there are no flashbacks allowed. So basically, if I crash out or have an incident with anyone, I would normally, if I was offline, not doing any YouTube videos, I would definitely flashback or restart a race. But we only are allowed to restart the race if we have a technical glitch or the wheel decides to go bananas. But we've not had that yet so far in the series, so it's always a good sign, I guess. But anyway, we have Rosberg ahead of us, or Bottleberg, or whatever you want to call it. Not Bottleberg, Nico Bottleberg, or something like that, is in front of us, which is kind of cool. But as I said, guys, in the description you can vote for the tyre wear strategy for the next round at Spain, which I will use as well. So you get between balanced, aggressive and conservative. And at the minute that I've just checked, conservative is winning, which is quite a surprise. But thinking about the strategy around Spain, it could work. I'm just saying. We'll wait and see as we're going to come now to the final sector then of the lap, as we're going to get these super soft tyres now up to temperature. They're a bit down in terms of temperature now. They're up 95 degrees on the front left in particular. So we just need to be very conservative here. We don't be, these tyres can go wrong. This track is not demanding on its tyres and have been taken away from it, which is a bit unfortunate. So we're going to see how it goes. Bottleberg. Let's see how we go with this. So we're onto the grid then. For the Russian Grand Prix, we're starting 8th on the grid. Our best qualifying of the season, I believe, if I'm correct, or it could be tied with Bahrain. So if someone can clarify for me, that would be fantastic. Right now, Bottleberger, that's a new one. So there is Bottleberger on the left-hand side. So we are ready to go then for the start of this race. Can we get a top 5? That is an optimistic goal for myself, but either way, a top 10 will be nice and handy-dandy for me. As we are now getting ready for the start then. The lights are on. Round 4 of our career mode on F1 2016 is away here in Russia, and we get a really great start actually, passing around the outside of Massa. We go. Rosberg has had a blitzing start already, as he already got past Massa down before even the first corner technically, and everyone's going to be checking up. Massa's going for a dive bomb into turn 1. We're being very conservative. We don't want a repeat of the real life issues with Kvyat, which a lot of you will particularly know. So we've all gone clean through. Rosberg's had a mistake. We're going to go make it 3 wide round this turn 3, and we get it up to P6. So what a start that is. And we've hit the back of Ricciardo there. Late braking, and that is not what we wanted, but we'll... So at the minute, it's not too bad of a start. Ricciardo just broke a bit too early there, probably reacting to Raikkonen being checked up by his teammates. So not a great start. It's been a mixed start. We've gained a few positions, which is what we wanted, but we've lost a bit of our front wing. So I'm not really fussed about that. We have got simulation damage on as well, so it's a good thing that the damage system is really good on this game, I've got to say. But as you can see, the damage isn't too bad. I mean, we're keeping up with Ricciardo, even in dirty air. And we've actually got a good run here on him, so we could be a pass here going into the slow corner. And we're going to get a brilliant run. We're going to go around the outside of him into this very tricky corner. We have the inside line, but Ricciardo brilliantly defending well, but we get the better traction off the corner, and we are up to P5. So I don't think we've got any issues at the minute with our car in terms of damage. So it seems pretty cool so far, not too bad. Next up, we've got Kimi Raikkonen next in the Ferrari, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, because Ferrari is the second quickest overall, and we just go a bit wide there, as Hamilton's absolutely gone already. So I don't think we're going to be battling with him anytime soon. So we'll see how it goes. Everyone's still running, which is good, but so everyone's got a clean lap through, which is fantastic. Just go check behind. We've got a beautiful gap behind to Ricciardo as he's being overtaken by Nico Rosberg. So we're going to be very cautious through turn. It's a very tricky corner, that one, to get absolutely nailed. So as turn 2. So we've got through safely, and so far grip feet downforce feels fine without the end plate there. Just broke a bit too late for the corner, and we go a bit wide, and here comes Rosberg, who's going to maybe go for a cheeky move here. And everything's good so far. Only a 10th ahead of Rosberg, but we will start to form a train in a minute, because the Toro Rosso isn't the greatest car at the minute, obviously with the development. We need to focus a bit more on some areas of downforce, which we'll obviously be looking into for Spain in particular. So we're going to be very cautious now, as we've got a massive train emerging. So we're going to have to defend now from Rosberg, Ricciardo and whatnot. But at least we've got a bit of a gap to the front runners, so if they pit, we won't really be held up once we made our pit stop, if that makes sense, when we're in our garage and we get the pit stop completed. So we've got all that to think about. We have got heavy fuel as well, so we've got to remember we may have to brake it just a bit earlier than we did in qualifying, as we just went a bit far too aggressive for that corner and just losing the back end a bit. But we're just starting to get a feel for the car on there. I think we need to focus a bit more on the setup is more friendly now for the race in terms of instead of qualifying, which I tend to do quite a bit, as the DRS has been enabled. Obviously we won't have it because we're second behind Raikkonen at the minute, and we've got a nice gap to Rosberg, so I think Rosberg and Ricciardo may have had a bit of a squabble in the last corner, so it just gave us a bit of a gap to pull away right now. But Raikkonen and co have pulled away from us, including Verstappen and Vettel. Hamilton obviously still leads the race. We just took a bit of a wide line through, a bit of a tight line there, which will hinder us in this corner just a tad, and Rosberg is right on the back of us now once again. So we need to really work on the first sector a bit better, like we did in qualifying, where we were actually matching the pace of the front runners, so which was quite good, if I must say. Just a bit wide there, but we're alright. We're starting to, me and Rosberg and Ricciardo are starting to pull away from the second train emerging, as you can see on the map there. But this is where the work begins now. We will have to start defending now properly against Rosberg and Ricciardo, who both will have DRS here. So we're going to be sitting ducks down the straight, as Rosberg is getting closer to us, but I don't think he's going to get the move done unless he pulls off a bold move. And I don't think he has. We just lock up a bit and we hold off just about. As we come into the slow section and before coming to the double right-hander to end this lap. Shut up, Jeff. Didn't want Jeff to talk while I was going for a corner. Not what I want, is Hamilton setting blistering pace right now. So we're going to go back up to Rich now. We're going to pull to the right to go our defensive line and hold off Rosberg down this little bit of straight, where obviously he will have the DRS, so we will hold off just about, I feel. To come into turn 2 again, just a bit wide, but we keep it in within the limit. So one thing I've got to say, we are still in range of the pack ahead. The gap hasn't really changed as much, only by maybe a few hundredths to a tenth of a second. So we're still in range of the top 4, but so far I'll take a 5th place. A great achievement for the boys, as we just get a bit wide there, a bit of oversteer going on the curve there, braking. So that's actually hindered Rosberg, as he's been taken by Ricciardo, as you can see on the map. So it's given us a bit of a gap then, so I don't think we're going to get any challenge from DRS from behind, so that's what we definitely needed right now. So we can start to focus now on trying to catch up to the top 4 ahead of us. Bit of tank slapper there, but in this strategy I think I'm going to pit at lap 9. We're going to take a bit of a gamble and go early for the set of the soft tyre, which will take us to the end of the race apparently. Just going to take it very slowly there. Under the tunnel. Just get about that right. So Rosberg's got past Ricciardo again, so you can see a bit of squabbling going on in the AI, which is what we want. And I've got to say, I think it's 2nd to 4th are actually catching up to Hamilton, so we're only 4 seconds off Raikkonen, which isn't too bad. Normally it would be double that by the time of lap 5. But we've still got the gap to Rosberg, which is important for us. We're going to take a bit of a different line this time and see if that helps us. And it has done. That's a very nice line there. I think I'll do that next time. Oh, just a bit wide there. Took a bit of input there. Here comes Rosberg. We're going to have to defend here for the first time. And we've got a yellow flag out, so I don't know what's happened there.
They're going to be slow.
So I don't know what happened there, but we have got yellow flags about. And we have the safety car, so the first time in the series we have the safety car. So this is a big moment in this. So we need to see what's going to happen. So we're going to go into lean. Confirm change.
Understood. Copy that.
The question is now, do we go on to a set... Oh, Hamilton. Is it Hamilton, actually? Can we get past Hamilton? I'm not too sure if we can. Can we pass him? I'm not sure. Can we pass him? Oh, I think we can. So Hamilton, I think, is out of the race, or he's got problems. I wasn't too sure whether to pass him or not, or he's the man who's going to retire from this race. I do not know what is going on right now, but I think we will pit for the medium tyre, which will definitely take us to the end of this race. We have to. As I don't know what's going on up ahead. I have no idea what is going on. Yeah, because everyone's checking up galore. As we're going to come into the box, and we will pit for a set of the medium tyres for the end. So this will get us to the end, and I don't know what the other teams are on right now. I think there's softs going on, I think there's super softs going on, but we will go onto the mediums, and this is actually going to help us for the front wing change as well. So that's a massive thing to get. And can we get ahead of this slot? We do indeed. It's an 8.9 stop as well. And if the stream's lagging for you, you need to change your quality settings. I will say that. So we're going to come out the pits. I don't know where actually. We're in P18, but we have made that pit stop, which will get these tyres to the end of the race, which is a big factor. I think the softs are a bit too early to pit. I think the 3 laps shy of that time. So we will definitely be doing a cheeky 1-stop strategy. I think the pack will do a 2-stop. So this actually is going to help us a lot, and we could actually get a podium from this if we keep that pace up we did in the opening stint. Plus we've got downforce back, full 100% front downforce on the car. We should be okay, and we need to... we're falling back, but it's not me, it's Perez. So Perez, get a move on, Sonny Jim. I've not even tried the medium tyre on this track in practice. So I have no idea. Come on, Perez, get a move on, mate. You're slowing me down. Do you want me to get a penalty? So this is a massive factor in this race now. Because of that moment with Hamilton, who is back on the track, so he must have had a puncture or something. Because, I don't know, or he hit the wall or something, I do not know. But that is a massive moment in the race here. And we have our first safety car of the series, which is a nice thing, because I haven't seen the safety car yet on this game. In the career mode, and I'm not falling far back. So can you stop this game? I am at the queue, but I can't do anything because Perez is holding me up, and if Perez gets me a penalty, I will not be happy. So I'm just gonna have to just go past him. There we go, that's better. So we're gonna let Perez back through because I'm not getting penalised for that. So go on, mate, off you pop. We need to get back up. So we've got a few people in the pits, so we're going to jump quite a few people here, which is important. Another factor as well, I think. Are we? I'm not too sure, because there's Vettel, and who's this coming out the pits? It is Rosberg, and then are we going to get ahead of Rosberg? I think we are, have we? Oh no, we got Rosberg pipped us, so we've got to give Rosberg the position back. So because of what happened with Perez and or whatnot. Oh, for God's sake, Rosberg, why'd you brake check, mate? Not cool. Nah. Well, there's a bit of our wing gone again. No point going in again. I'm going to stay out. Surely these guys have to pit again. I mean, they have to pit again. So we'll see how this goes right now. Luckily, it's on the left-hand side, which isn't really going to affect downforce as much, but we're going to stay out. I mean, if it's still yellow, I've accidentally just clicked off the wrong camera angle there. I mean, it's yellow front wing, which isn't too bad. If it was orange, then I would have pitted, but we're going to stay out. We're not going to waste this strategy. We're going to be balls out right now. Wow, and another one. Yep, Nico Rosberg there, brake checks me. Yep. I think he did that basically because he was annoyed that I passed him or whatnot. But safety car's coming in this lap, so we will be getting up to speed. So we need to catch up to the pack. We will stay out, guys, and we are going to the end of this race on this set of the medium tyres. I think we're the only ones on the track on the medium compound, so this is going to be interesting, but I am sure that we will get to the end right now, as we've got Magnussen up in the top 10, we can see. We've got the leaders all in this pack right in front. And we're ahead of Vettel, which is also another important factor. What is going on here? What are we doing? I have no idea what's going on, but we're going to get ready to start racing. Can't really overtake until the safety car line. And here we go. I'm going to try and make a move here on Rosberg if I can. And we make the move on Rosberg, so we're going to be cheeky. And that was a bit of revenge for brake checking at turn 3. As we are underway then on lap 8 of this Russian Grand Prix. And we are sitting ducks to Rosberg right now. But we have got the slipstream from Perez in front. So we are, I don't know where we are actually in terms of position. I think we could be like a net 3rd or a net 4th. I'm not too sure. Because we're ahead of Vettel, obviously. But remember, these times, look at the Rosberg is right on our arse right now. But remember, we are on the hardest tyre compound, so Rosberg and co will be quicker than us, but as long as we can keep up with Perez and Verstappen, we should be alright right now. And these mediums are actually very nice to drive on, very comfortable in grip right now. Just need to stay in that slipstream of Perez right now. Try and hold off from Rosberg and Vettel. It's all kicking off ahead of us, but I can just see it right there. As I think Sainz is leading the race, I'm not too sure, but I think Sainz is in 2nd place, so he may have not pitted yet. As Verline's having a good squabble with Raikkonen, and this is causing a bit of a pile-up, a bit of a bus stop here, or you know what I mean, parking the bus a bit. Is Verline, and we're going to take the move on Perez now, and we are up to P12, as I think we just had a bit of contact there with Perez, just tapping the back of us there, but we are still in the race. As we come to the final corner then, we've got Max Verstappen next, who was in that front pack at the start of the race before the safety car period came out. And I don't think we've got DRS yet. No, we don't. As Verstappen's making a move on Verline, I think, who is on the super soft tyre. So next up is Verline in that 11th place. I think has not made a pit stop. Perez is still there. We're getting a bit of dirty air from Verline's car, who is going very slowly, so we need to get past him as quickly as possible. He leaves the door open on the inside, and we will move up to 11th place. So next up is Verstappen then. Once again, who has a Ferrari ahead of him, which is Raikkonen, as we just lose the back end there a little bit. So we are starting to pull slightly away, but remember, we are on that hard tyre, and most likely the cars in front will have to make a pit stop for another set of the softs, or even the super softs, depending on how aggressive they want to go. So we've got a bit of a gap to Perez, who actually got past Verline, who is actually holding up Rosberg and Vettel, which is very important actually for the championship standing, so it could be spiced up in a minute. Oh, we had a bit of a lock up there, but we just keep it in actually, so we're very lucky there. But I think Verstappen's been held up here by the Ferrari, it seems. Let's just get a bit of a tanky there, but it's all good. So we come into the final corner then to start lap 10, as the DRS has finally been enabled, and I think we will be sitting ducks right now to Perez, so we will have to defend amazingly well here. As here comes Perez with that, look at the speed he's got in that Force India. He's going to try and make a move maybe? No, he doesn't. We will hold it off just about there, but we will be sitting ducks on the next straight, so we need to really pull a gap to Sergio right now, but we've got no dirty air, so we should be fine through this corner, which we have done nicely. As Perez is now right on the back of us there. Is he going to make a move? He is going for a move there. Down the inside he goes. We're going to try and hook it around the outside. and we hold it just about there. Just gave us a bit of a wheel bang there, but we hold off Perez for the time being, and we are up in, we're still in P11 there, as now the pack in front of us are all in a train. So I don't know who's leading that race. I think it could be Sainz actually leading this race. We get a bit of a tank snapper there as we come into the straight where the second DRS is enabled for us, and we are going to be sitting ducks then to Perez. So we will have to defend absolutely amazing there. And oh my god, look at all the cars in front there. Oh my god, this is going to be close. Going to try and hook it around the outside of Perez and hold him off. We just about do. Good defending there from us. But that was a bit of a scary moment there, I've got to say, with like Rosberg there, Vettel there, all trying to get past. And Sainz is in the pits, so Sainz making his first pit stop of the race, it seems. I think he's the only one who didn't pit, or we'll have to wait and see. We just have a bit of a lock up there. Didn't really short shift there, and here comes Perez right now, as we're up to P7 actually, so Perez will probably take us here. And we've got to be careful. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, down 3 wide in the middle. Oh my Jesus god. That was a scary moment there. Oh, Perez tapped Vettel and we've spun. Oh, that was unfortunate. Not our wrongdoing there. Vettel tried to go for a move. Perez chopped him off. Vettel spun, and we were the unlucky one there. That is really annoying, I've got to say. And we dropped down to 17th, so not our fault there, I've got to say. So we dropped down the order, but we're still in this race, which is important. But the luck we've had this season already, it is terrible. Absolutely terrible, but not what we wanted there. Definitely not what we needed. As we've got Sainz behind our teammate, so who is on the set of the soft tyre, so he will have to. I don't think he can get to the end actually, Sainz. So he is on the same strategy as me. So that's something we need to think about, but not on there from Vettel or Perez. I don't know. I'll leave it to you guys to decide who is wrong in that. We've got a lot of work to do right now to catch up. I think we're still in that window of just getting to, if the guys pit ahead of us, we will technically lead the race. So we've still got the pit stop lead. We're behind nearly by a pit stop. So we need to be thinking about that. As someone else is in the pit lane, who is this in? I'm not too sure who is in. So we've moved up to 15th. As we've got the Battle of the Toro Rosso teammates here. As we can see, I don't know who it is up front. I think it's Haryanto and a Sauber, as our teammate's gone down the inside of us actually and moves up to P16. So Sainz on the fresher set of tyres, he doesn't need to stop again, has got ahead of us, which is not what I wanted in this race, but I've still got a lot of work to do then. As these tyres have just suddenly gone off. I'm not too sure why, but they just don't seem up to temperature or whatnot. They just don't have the grip. As there's our first warning for cutting, so I do apologise. And we have got DRS on our teammate, which is very important. So we're going to catch up then to our teammate, who is hunting down the Sauber and Haryanto. So maybe the medium tyre wasn't the strategy to go on, I wonder. Bit of a bold strategy, I've got to say. It's Verstappen now, the fastest man on the track, and then Vettel beats him by quite some margin. I've just got to hope and pray everyone in front of us now pits again. Not too sure about Sainz, so we could be in for a shock here of some very shocking performances. So we need to see how this race will continue on. As we've got Ericsson now, who's on the soft tyre, so just keeping it in there. So I'm hoping that the Sauber of NASA holds up the pack ahead of, holds our teammate up and Haryanto, so we can maybe catch back up and fight for positions again. Turning too early for the corner there, we get a bit of a warning, so I kind of understand that we're not far ahead of that train as well. You can see on the map there. I think that's the leading pack. I'm not too sure if it is or not. I don't think it is, but no, it's not. There's quite a few people in that train, so these mediums aren't really working for us right now. Not what we needed. Right now, so we're going to come then into the last sector once again. Losing a bit of time there again, and we get a 3-second penalty. Wow. Penalty streak continues. Oh well. Oh, and we locked up as well. This has been the worst last sector I've ever done ever. Not what we needed. This has just gone from a good race to a terrible race right now. I think we're on the wrong tyre right now. I think we're like Red Bull. The medium tyre did not work for us right here. So very disappointing this is, I've got to say. We should have maybe gone on the soft tyre at the pits in the safety car. Possibly. We've got another yellow flag, so what's going on here? Oh. Sainz is slowing down, so has Sainz had damage, or has he slowed down? What's going on with Sainz? I have no idea what's going on. What's going on there? But it could be a safety car, possibly, I'm not too sure. Sainz going very slowly, so maybe he's got a puncture or something, or his car's slowing down, I'm not too sure. But at least a positive, we beat our teammates, so that's a good thing, I guess. He's going very slowly, as Sainz. You can see him on the map there. So I don't know what's going on with him right now, but oh, turning too early there. Didn't want to do that. Bit of tank slapper there. So what's the gap now? Oh my god, we've got Grosjean in here, we've got Ericsson. Sainz is still going slowly right now. Here comes Ericsson, he's going to try and do a cheeky move. Oh my god, this is not what I needed. You pass by a Sauber of all cars. Gotta give the place back to Ericsson, illegal overtake. The game doesn't think it is, but I had to give back the place to Ericsson because he did come off the track there. Oh my god. I don't know who that was. I don't know what's going on right now. Yellow flags are out. I don't know what's going on right now. It's still out. Oh, I think our strategy's gone right now. We've pulled a Red Bull 2016 here, guys. I can definitely say that right now. With Daniel Ricciardo. We have definitely done a Ricciardo. And we're in a 2015 spec Ferrari and we're under attack from Grosjean now. So maybe my strategy didn't really pan out there, which is definitely not worked for us, as Raikkonen is leading the race actually. A safety car would be in handy right now. And Grosjean's got a really good exit here, and he's up to 17th, so this is going from bad to worse now. We're being swamped by, even a Renault car is passing us. That's embarrassing. Let's give Magnussen a bit of a cheeky tap there, but try and hook it round the outside of Grosjean, which would be quite a move. We've made a bit of contact there, but just the dirty air. And we're going to hold off Grosjean for the time being. So these mediums aren't really working now. It's just annoying. Just didn't want to turn in early there. So this race has just gone from, and we're down on fuel as well. That's even worse. So I can't push as much as I would have liked right now. It's been a bit of a disappointing day for Toro Rosso in general right now. Science has got issues which I have no idea what. Me on the wrong basically the wrong tyre now. And here comes Grosjean again. We're going to have to defend. We're going to hook it to the inside. Oh, Grosjean gave us a little of a tap there. Bit naughty there from the Frenchman. And we hold it nicely there. And we're still in 17th, so this race, we've had everything in this race, haven't we? We may have to, I think the engine's one of the problems we have. We don't have that straight line power that we would have liked compared to like the 2016 Ferrari that we have. So definitely not what we needed right now. Can't be as bad as McLaren though, so as here comes Grosjean again with the DRS. We have to give him space as here he goes. Round the outside he goes. We're going to try and do a late lunge here. Try and gain that position back. Full lock there. Bit of contact there, but we have to give him the space. And he's backed off actually. I don't know why the game does that, but we're going to continue anyway. It was a legit move. Grosjean went a bit slightly wide than usual. Someone's in the pit lane, I've just noticed. I don't know who it is, but that's what I need right now. People pitting now is a good sign. I don't know who it is, but he's back on track again. As once again Grosjean's coming back at us. Just can't do anything. Oh, Grosjean there, what are you doing, mate? Holding us up again. Yep. Just the tyres just don't have any grip. I don't know why. It's just annoying, but we have to just get this on. We've just got to get this race done and dusted. We've still got 10 laps to go, which is even more annoying. Obviously, we're battling off with a Frenchman in an American car. We're going to defend again. We're going to hold it to the outside line this time. It worked for us one time. And we hold it around the outside of Grosjean, so it's a good scrap. This is between mix of some of the time it's worked, as we've got someone in the pits again. So, oh, I've done it again. Need to stop doing that. Please pit. So the question is, should I go on the softs? That's the question. Here comes Grosjean again. We know he's slow out of turn 2, so I may have to. I'm going to just probably do the late lunge again on him. You can see he's slow in that corner, but the dirty air. Because we've got Palmer now behind us and Gutierrez. Oh, back end slid out there. Just no grip whatsoever. So we've done a bit of a face palm here, if I'm completely honest with you guys. Which could hinder the votes after watching this strategy. Trying to be conservative. But Raikkonen still in the race. Jolyon Palmer next in the Renault. Look at him. Look at the speed. They've done some good work though on that Renault car, I will say. It's been a very terrible day so far for Toro Rosso. But the most important factor though is we're beating our teammate, which is the main thing that I want to do, is beat our rival, which is obviously Carlos Sainz right now. But just these tyres are just not up to scratch that I would have liked, so... As here comes Palmer again. Round, look at that, look at the speed, that's just mental. There's nowhere to go, and Palmer's through on his merry ways. Safety car would be very handy right now, I will say that, and I'll just probably stay out, and if everyone pits or whatnot, I would stay out. Just no, I know the wing's a problem, but I've been fine at the start of the race when I had the super softs on. So it's really annoying this. I don't know who's in 21st, but I'm hoping for 20th in this race. We have got the penalty, remember. But this is the life of a driver, and I'm feeling like I'm Kvyat right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm starting to feel like Daniel Kvyat right now. So that Renault's pulling away from us. So the benefits we've got from this whole weekend is we are good in qualifying now. I think the quali pace is up to scratch. As look at just the Ferrari 2016 engine is OP. Look at that. Not even with DRS, Gutierrez has finally got through. Just can't do anything here. Oh, Gutierrez, why did you check up? Seriously, dude. Not on, mate. Not on. Confirm. Not what we needed. This brings us back to our teammate. Gutierrez just checks, like, brakes mid-corner through what is a flat corner. A flat speed corner. This is... oh. This has been the worst race. This could top Bahrain, if I'm honest, right now. Of the luck we've had so far. Most of you will be thinking, Ryan, why are you not doing any flashbacks? I'm not like that person. This is what real life drivers have to cope with, if I'm honest. So I'm gonna just pump in some quick times and just see. Right now, we're gonna pit. I should have pitted anyway. Just not what I needed right now. Just not what we needed. I could retire, but I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not pussying out of anything. There's Kvyat. There's a Sainz. So I want to beat Sainz for the two Toroses at the back of the field here. I know he's on the softs. We'll be on the super softs now. So this is what I point. The realism is literally on point right now. And there's the leaders as well, which is even more annoying right now. But we surely can't be taken by Sainz now on the set of super soft tyres. Surely. I will be surprised, but we should now be pumping in some good times now. Well, that's what I'm hoping for. Need to go to Liam. We're still going to run out of fuel at this point. No, safety car could come out now. Oh, the grip in these super softs. I've missed the grip. It's so nice right now. As long as we'll beat Sainz, I'll take it in terms of a rivalry battle. I'll take it. Plus, we're on the super soft, so we should be able to get the fastest time out of as Magnussen's out of the race. So there's a position, guys. And that could maybe bring the safety car out, depending where he is. As we are putting away from Sainz, which is definitely what I needed right now. As apparently I'm 21st out of 21st, which is not right. We should be up to 20th. Once we passed Kevin Magnussen, as he pitted, actually blew up just there at turn 1. We've got a yellow flag in the middle in this section of the track. Who's this now? Is that Magnussen? Yeah, Magnussen there, just chilling in the corner. In a very dangerous spot as well, I must say. So the actual loss of end plate actually does affect your grip, so that's a good feature they've put in. Didn't really feel it on 2015, so at least they've done that right. Oh, we've got some good grip now. This is what I needed. Just wish we didn't have these incidents. I think now we can start pushing because we are actually on course now for fuel. So we'll go back up to Rich and just cruise along now for the last 5 laps. So what a day it's been for Toro Rosso, eh? Tag slapper there, and another one, and there's another penalty for us. Ugh. This is not good. Not good at all. Just sums up our race. That just literally sums it up right there. Luckily, we're still going to be ahead of Sainz, even with that, with 6 seconds worth. But just sums it up right there. Not been the day. Not been up to scratch. Not up to pace. In the race that I should be doing like we did in China. And we'll question doubt over our status at Toro Rosso right now. But again, I'm doing this based off real life, so not people who restart races or flashbacks. Live just means it will happen. If it does, it does. We just get on with it. If anyone's interested as well, later tonight I'll be back streaming again. This time on multiplayer for AOR PC for a social race at Bahrain. And we are going to be using the short qualifying instead of the full qualifying. And simulation damage is back on again. So obviously it was a street circuit, not the best place to test out simulation damage for your first online league race or league event. So we're going to be going at Bahrain this evening at 8 o'clock. So I'll probably leave that in the description of this video after the stream's finished. So anyone watching it live, then I would suggest coming back to this and liking it, or not, or refreshing it or whatnot. But we set a 41, and look at the gap there we pulled on Sainz. We pulled like nearly 2 seconds on him on that lap, so I'm very happy with the pace. We won't get lapped, I hope, so that's at least we've got some benefits that we have been quick on the set of the super soft tyre. So as we go wide yet again, as Raikkonen's on to 26 laps. Oh, stop it, Ryan, stop it. He'd stop doing that. It's a bit wide there. Tank slapper. I'm looking for fuel. We're still on course for running out of fuel nearly. So we're going to lean for a bit of a cheeky fuel save right now. Stop that. I hate that corner with a passion. So now on to lap 26. 2 laps to go of this very poor, dismal, boring race, if I'm honest. You never know, we could go to Haas, you never know, or get the Ferrari links like Alguersuari's done, I think, or someone like that. I can't remember who went to Ferrari from Toro Rosso. I think it was Alguersuari. Oh my god, we needed the same thing at Bahrain there. That was very close to race being over there. It's nice seeing the chat there about Jenson Button and where he's going to be going next season, or if he's going to retire. So it looks like we will beat Sainz. Maybe Sainz has got a penalty as well with the collision he made with someone when he got his damage, his puncture. We're on to the last lap then. Last lap of the race. As we are now on the blinking light now of fuel. So that is not what I wanted to hear. We're just about over the line in terms of fuel in this race. As Sainz is catching us up as well. He's only 7 seconds behind us. Vettel wins the race in Russia. Very interestingly actually, because he was far off the pace after the safety car period, he was behind us at one point. And even Rosberg as well, so that's interesting. So Sainz is there just about. Just needed to hold off now, get at least 6 seconds, and we think we should be not finishing last. But this race started off brilliantly, I've got to say. We were at P5 at one point. Then the contact with Rosberg, and then the contact with Vettel as well. Non-fault of his own. Be interesting to see who you think was blamed for that. Was it Perez or Vettel? When Vettel spun, we had nowhere to go, and we got spun round as well. And that's been a poor strategy choice as well, I've got to say. The medium tyre did not work for us here at Russia, but we're going to come through very disappointingly, I must say, in 20th place, and that, or could even be 21st place, I don't really know. 21st, so Sainz beat us as well, for God's sake. Not what I needed. But that's the race then.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hand on the wheel, of course.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium. And as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
So that's the race then. Very disappointing. I'm not really, really frustrated really with that. Vettel wins then, and his teammate second. So it's a Ferrari 1-2. So any Ferrari fans in the chat, very unrealistic. I see in the chat there. So a bit disappointing from us. Not happy with the pace. Rosberg shouldn't be on there, if I'm honest. But there's the results then, guys. Vettel winning by only half a second from Raikkonen, so very close there between the two there. Rosberg in third, Verstappen in fourth. Hamilton, with his mistake at the early stage of the race, he finishes in fifth, so I've got to give him props. Ricciardo sixth, Bottas seventh, and Fernando Alonso completes the points-paying positions in eighth place. So not what I wanted, and there's us at the bottom of the pack with 6 seconds worth of penalties there, and I believe that, yeah, he beat us by 0.6 of a second of Sainz, so we must have done a blitzing last lap to be in there. So the medium tyre didn't work from us, which is not what I wanted, really, so we'll have to wait and see. We're still 11th in the championship, so it's not over yet. But Sainz is only, what, 11 points behind, so it's not really doom and gloom from us, if I'm honest. So my goal is to finish in the top 10 in the championship for the first season, and it's been a mixed bag, really. The points that we got in China has helped us a lot, but just not where we need to be right now. We just need to be getting some decent points on the board, and hopefully Spain will provide us with that. But in the Constructors, we're still P4, now tied on points with Force India on 23 points, being the best of the rest from Ferrari and Mercedes, where it's a very tight, close battle between them throughout the season, which will be very exciting to see. But now we're going to head back to our motorhome and prepare for the brutal meeting we're going to have with our team principal here. But we're just going to get some points here, which obviously will be used, as you can see. So we may get some upgrades for the next. We could even get a double upgrade now. We're going to look at the rivalry now. This is going to be interesting right now. And you can just see we're still ahead. But as you can see, it's neck and neck between us now. We're 1 point behind Sainz in the battle in our rivalry in Toro Rosso. And I won't even look at that. That's just, don't even look at that right now. And there's our career score. Not really bothered about that, if I'm honest. And we've got a contract event. So what's this mean?
I'm good at my job, but there's not much I can do if you're not holding up your end of the bargain. They need to see better results, and soon. Understand?
Oh, she's not happy. She is not happy with us there. She's just very like, "Grr." There's Sainz there talking to Crofty there in the background, so we've been given a written warning. So we need to be picking up some pace right now, or we're going to be getting the sack from the team, which I know Ben's done, but he probably did it deliberately. But anyway, we're going to be heading out to the next round, which is of course at Spain, where we will be hoping to bring in some big upgrades to help us on there. But I'm going to end the video there, guys, now. So I'm going to keep the results a secret in terms of the vote for the next episode of Spain, which I believe I will try to get out for tomorrow, guys, for you. But make sure to come out later this evening at 8 PM for the AOR PC social race, which I'll be streaming at Bahrain at 8 PM UK time. But until then, guys, make sure to like this video if you have. Let's get a like for me, because it's just been we've had a poor run. We want to try and end this bad streak we're in Spain. But until next time, guys, make sure to like this channel, like the video, sorry, and subscribe for more F1 content, as we're nearing 10,000 subscribers on this channel, which is an amazing achievement. Until next time, guys, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you very soon for another video. But in terms of streaming, I'll see you guys later tonight for the AOR multiplayer race. But until then, have a good evening, guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care. See you there.